Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. And it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Aubrey. So, Steve, what is Aubrey to you?
This is Aubrey. When he goes on holiday, I look after his pet snail.
Sarah, how do you know Aubrey?
This is Aubrey. He once followed me home for 10 miles just to return my jar of mango chutney.
Right. And finally, Lee.
This is Aubrey. We were once threatened with eviction after we stole and fried our housemate's socks.
David, where do you want to start?
Steve, this snail, describe it.
It's got a shell and an undercarriage.
Undercarriage. OK.
Welcome to Steve Davis Natural History. It's back to you in the studio.
It's a common garden snail, nothing
Right.
special, and Aubrey asked me to look after it.
Where does he keep it?
Basically in an aquarium, the same as you would keep any type of snake or lizard.
So he keeps a common, normal, regular snail.
Totally regular
The
snail.
sort of thing one might find, you know, dozens of just in the garden. He keeps one of in a tank.
Yes.
Does the snail have a name?
This one's called Judd.
And what do you feed him?
Lettuce or occasionally dandelion leaves.
Right.
As a treat.
Or you should give him Frenchman as a revenge.
Just go back a minute. You specifically said this one is called Judd, which to me suggests there are others.
Yes, he's had others. The last one was Ronnie.
Ronnie before Judd.
Before Judd, and Alex.
Alex? Now, are you picking up this theme, Kerry? Yes.
Got this.
With your snooker knowledge, I mean...
Steve, does Aubrey have other pets?
He used to keep snakes.
What does Aubrey do for a living?
He used to work in the snooker club I played in.
Yeah.
And we got to be friends over a period of time. I was, to some degree, interested in snakes, no longer. And that's how we sort of got a bit of an interest.
So does he live near you?
In the Romford area.
And when he goes away, do you go to his house to feed the snail?
No, the snail comes to me.
That must take ages. So, what does the task of looking after a snail involve?
Fresh food and
Yes, of
also
course.
keeping the soil moisture.
And do you monitor the... Would you worry if he appeared a bit sluggish?
At last, the art form has reached its peak.
Right, who would you like to quiz next?
Sarah, tell us the story about the chutney following.
I was in a supermarket and I did all my shopping, and then when I packed it up, I didn't realise that I'd left some chutney.
You'd packed up all the shopping apart from a jar of chutney.
Yeah.
Mango, did you say?
Mango.
Delish. Continue.
So nice. So then I went back to my car, I got in my car, I drove away. I didn't know I'd forgotten anything. And when I turned off the dual carriageway, a car was flashing me, and I thought I'd done something wrong. And it was this man called Aubrey, and he came out of his car and had my chutney.
Is this quite a special supermarket that you had to go all the way 10 miles to get this chutney?
Oh, it's called Lidl, and it is worth the drive, my friend.
It's worth that 10 miles.
I wasn't at my house,
Right.
so I wasn't in London where I live now. I was at a writers' retreat in the...
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
A place called Sheldon in the Cotswolds.
So you're sitting at the wheel, he comes alongside,
Yep.
and you see him holding the chutney.
Yep.
What do you do?
Well, I put the window down.
OK.
And he says, "You left this at the supermarket.
Creepy.
I've been following you."
And then how did you know his name was Aubrey? Did he then go, Anne, lovely to meet you?
No. He tweeted me. He tweeted me that night.
Saying what?
Just, how's your dinner with your chutney?
Did you reply?
No.
So,
So
hang
this
on.
is the first time you've seen your stalker since...
No, it's a year and a half ago. He's
Hardly
never
a
got in contact again. He's not a stalker.
She left some chutney and he brought it back to her. If
For
that
10
makes you a
miles.
stalker,
For
then I
10
think we're all a
miles.
little bit of a stalker,
This is just a
aren't we?
jar of normal mango chutney.
It's delicious, but yeah, normal.
Did you definitely leave the chutney there, or did he just pick anything off a shelf and then follow you, and he's here now?
Oh, yes, when you in the shopping, you found the jar of chutney.
Did you find more chutney?
I didn't, but now I'm scared, even though I know I didn't.
All the audience members are going, yes, he stopped me for chutney once.
Now then, what about Lee?
Lee, remind us of your story.
This is Aubrey. We were once threatened with eviction after we stole and fried our housemate's socks.
What was the name of the housemate?
Her name was Kathy.
And who caught you frying these socks?
The catching didn't happen till the next day because it was on New Year's Eve.
Right.
And we were about to go out celebrating. And we may have been, in my more carefree days, a little bit worse for wear. And so we decided it would be fun to fry these socks.
So how did you fry them?
Well, as anyone knows, you want to go for your basic, get a bit of butter in, get it all hot, nice and heated, lay the sock like a thin piece of steak, one side, all you're doing is searing the edges. You don't want to cook them in.
How did you know Aubrey?
But, well, me and Aubrey had been travelling together in Australia, and we were in Australia at the time. Did I tell you that?
No.
Oh, well, I just have.
Those socks were left in the frying pan, weren't
Yeah,
they?
overnight.
So who
Jill.
found them the next day?
The mother of the flatmate.
No way.
Yes, way.
Describe the crisis of the next day. The mother's there. She's come into the house. She's
Yeah, so
seen
we've
the charred socks in the frying pan.
Yes.
What happens next?
So we've come back late on New Year's Eve. Now New Year's Day, it's like 4 in the morning. So I was still asleep, and it was Aubrey that got the grief off the mother.
Right.
What was she so cross about?
What was she so cross about? We'd fried her daughter's underwear. What do you think?
That's well,
Not
socks.
underwear,
Socks is not underwear.
They are where I wear them.
So the mother gets cross with Aubrey
Yeah.
and says what?
She went, "Good day, Kathy. How are you?" She's come in, and then she comes and she goes, "Ah, screw! Who's done that in me daughter? Who's done that with me daughter's socks? I'm gonna go crazy." Oi, you, Aubrey, get yourself down here. So Aubrey comes down, wanders down in the kitchen. She went, "Struth, mate. Who would fry a girl's socks?" And then he said, "Look, we were a bit..." And she went, "Don't you..." And she went crazy at him. She absolutely went crazy. She said, "I'm going to report you to the owner of the house," she said, "and I'm going to have you evicted."
Were you evicted? Did you have to leave
We
it?
weren't evicted. We were threatened with eviction.
Yeah.
I think the landlord did then have a word. Aubrey was very much seen as the leader of the two of us. He's the kind of person... I mean, look at the different statures of the two of us. He can hold himself. Boy, can he hold himself. And... You're told not to smile!
We need an answer. So, David's team. Is Aubrey Steve's snail mate, Sarah's condiment saviour, or Lee's sock-sizzling sidekick?
This is a problem.
It is.
What's the problem?
Well, the problem is no one would keep a single snail as a pet. No one would follow someone 10 miles just to return some chutney. And Lee would fry some socks, but it's clearly not Lee. So,
come on, what's it gonna be?
Socks.
Socks, you're saying socks. OK,
Socks.
in that case, Aubrey, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Aubrey, and Lee and I fried our housemaid socks.
Yes, Aubrey is Lee's sock-sizzling sidekick, and the proof is found in this. Those are the socks. And who is that ever so camp, glamorous young man holding them up? Thank you very much, Aubrey. So please welcome this week's special guest, Greg. So, Claire, What is Greg to you?
This is Greg, and he is the RSPCA officer who came to my aid when a squirrel climbed into my handbag and wouldn't get out.
Rob Delaney, how do you know Greg?
Well, this is Greg, and we once stayed up all night together, holding on to a fence when a game of who can hold on to the fence the longest got out of hand.
Finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Greg?
This is Greg. I was so nervous about appearing on TV for the first time that I made him come with me and pretend we were a double act.
David's team, where do you want to start?
So, Claire, where were you when the squirrel jumped into your handbag?
I was filming in Devon for Country File, and I was doing one of those links, you know, when you walk along the cliff top, essentially, and I'd left my bag under a tree, and sometimes there are little sweeties left in it, and I assume that is why the squirrel got in it.
Yeah.
You know when you get those selection chocolates and there's some, the topics that nobody likes? I think I'd left, except unless you're a squirrel.
Yeah.
In which case,
Well, it's the one thing they say about squirrels, they're not fussy when it comes to Quality Street. So as you approached the bag, what did you see? How were you alerted to
It was moving.
And what did you do then? Did you continue to approach?
Yeah, I thought there's something in my bag, and then when I got close, I thought it'll jump out because I'm near to it, but it wouldn't.
Yeah.
So you're approaching the bag, Claire.
Bag is
It's
moving.
moving about. You know
Yes.
there's a squirrel. You continue to approach.
Yes.
What happens then?
The squirrel's doing its thing and
Continues to rummage.
going through my diary. My
Helping
phone.
yourself to a strawberry cream.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why people are so fussy.
The cameraman said, "Don't touch it because you might get bitten," and he said, "We'll call the RSPCA. They'll know what to do."
Had you tried shaking? Had you tried tipping it upside down?
No, because all my
I've seen
stuff's
women
in
do
my...
that to get things out.
No, not if you've got earrings in the bag as well, in the middle of a field in Devon. You're not going to do that.
That's a great image of the squirrel wearing the earrings and reading the diary. She's got a busy December. No wonder she's got a full date.
So they rang the RSPCA. Greg came up to a cliff top in Devon.
It did take a while.
And the squirrel was still in your bag.
Yeah.
How did he get it out? How did he get the squirrel out?
As it happened, I think the squirrel had probably had enough by then, so he didn't even have to do very much.
Oh, the squirrel came out of his own accord?
Indeed. As he approached the bag.
All right, David, what about the others?
OK, Rob, a fence-holding-on contest
Yes.
that got out of hand.
Yes. You said all night, Rob, was that right? It went on all night, the fence holding...
Correct.
Are you standing on the fence and holding... Are you
No, we're standing
on the
next to a
ground?
fence. We're standing next to a wooden picket fence, touching it.
Touching.
And where were you? We were in Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
One of you said, I'm not saying it's boring here in Massachusetts, but who fancies holding onto that fence all night?
Fair. There had just been a documentary that was sweeping the nation called Hands on a Hard Body, and it was about these people who could win a Toyota pickup truck if whoever held on to whoever touched it for the longest. So we had just seen this documentary, and we were very drunk. So we thought, we were like, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? And then we did it for 9 hours.
And who is Greg? I mean, how was he there?
Greg is the older brother. You can see he's quite a bit older than me. He's the older brother of my friend that I went to college with.
Did you learn a lot about Greg?
More than I'd care to know.
Could we have 5 Greg facts?
Opened his own bakery.
Let's see.
Who won?
We agreed at 5 o'clock in the morning that we were both winners, and that as 5 a.m. approached,
So you started this at what time?
About 8 p.m.
You started that at 8 p.m. That seems very early to start a fence-holding game.
Yeah, it's quite early to go that strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you started drinking?
4 or so in the afternoon.
All right, maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
OK, now what about Lee?
OK, Lee.
Just remind us of what it was that you said.
This is Greg, and I was so nervous about my first TV appearance that I made him come along with me and pretend we were a double act.
What was your first TV appearance?
It was on a programme called Pump Television.
What's that?
It was a sort of magazine sort of type show. It was a bit funky and happening. It was like the One Show, but for people that are allowed out in the day.
And what were you doing on the show?
Just being interviewed. It was Reading Television, and I just won a competition for new comedians up in Edinburgh.
What year was this?
1995.
But you didn't win in Edinburgh till 1997.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I've completely messed up the story. I went on the show, Pump TV, to tell them that I could predict the future.
You know, you said to us that you were a double act. What sort of a double act?
So I rang up and said, oh, sorry, I'm actually... I do a bit of double act work as well. Can I bring my double act partner on as well? And they said, yeah, fine, what does your double act partner do? And without thinking, I said, he's a juggler.
What happened when you got there? Did he have to get there and juggle?
Well, this is the thing. There's another twist to this story, because obviously...
Is the other twist to this story there's a complete lie?
No, that... I don't think that'd be a twist. So he comes on the show, and I tell him fairly last minute, I think with maybe an hour or two's notice, oh, by the way, I may have told them that you were a juggler. So now he's panicking, isn't he? So what does he do? Because he thinks he's going to be asked to juggle on the show, and he can't juggle.
Yeah.
So he bandaged his arm up. And so thus he wasn't... If they said, can you juggle, he can say, I can't, I've hurt my arm.
So all the way there in the car, you're not talking about why you're driving all those ways?
We didn't drive together. I couldn't. He'd injured his arm juggling. No, that's not... that's not right, is he? No, I'm starting to think. No, I met him at the studio because he actually is from Reading. That's handy, isn't it? That was good.
Was there any other guests on the TV show?
I can't remember. I think there was a person who had a dog and the dog did something.
Yeah.
There was a bit of... It's amazing.
Or maybe he actually didn't have a dog, but he just persuaded the dog to come on because he was nervous.
All right, we need an answer. So, David's team. Is Greg Claire's squirrel saviour, Rob's fence feeler, or Lee's pretend partner?
It's a pretty unappetising menu, isn't it?
I don't believe Claire Baldy. I don't believe that she would be scared. Somebody who hosts Country Fire.
If there was a sound man there with a boom, you could have used that furry boom to entice... Like, maybe you could have pretended it was a badger.
Also, if you were a lady and you saw your handbag moving, you wouldn't immediately think squirrel in there, would you? You'd think, oh, God, it's gone off again.
What about Rob's story?
There was a lot of detail with Rob's fence-holding story.
I like Rob's. It could very well be true, but...
I think so. Greg's hands were made for holding on to fences.
So you think Rob... Rob, who do you think?
I think because Lee so rarely sounds plausible, I think it'd be nice to give him a little go.
I think that when Lee went on Pump TV in 1995 with an average viewing figure of 14, he was too nervous to go on his own.
I do.
Yeah, I think Rob.
You're going to say Rob Delaney.
That's what we're going for.
Yeah.
OK, so, Greg, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Greg, and I pretended to be in a double act with Lee.
Yes, Greg is Lee's pretend partner. Now, we have a picture of Lee and Greg on TV together. There they are.
Look, I can see Greg in the picture.
Taking it 9 series together.
Who's the really skinny fella?
Who's the 70-year-old man who's got it?
I'll tell you what, David. Coming from you, that is rich.
It was
True,
Greg.
I was very thin. I was 9 stone, though. I was a skinny lad.
Good Lord. But we've made great advances in medicine, and he's here with us today. Thanks very much, Greg. Please welcome this week's special guest, Neil. So, Warwick, what is Neil to you?
Well, this is Neil, and he paid me to jump out of a tree in the park and propose to his girlfriend whilst dressed as an Ewok.
Paul, how do you know Neil?
This is Neil. He's my neighbour, and when he goes on holiday, I look after his parrot and take it out in the cage for a walk.
And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Neil?
This is Neil, and to prove my manhood, I once assaulted a wumble in front of him.
So there we have it. Warwick's park proposer, Paul's parrot-walking neighbour, or Lee's wumble witness. David, where do you want to begin?
Where to begin?
Yes. So, Warwick,
Yes.
Clarify exactly the transaction that you underwent with Neil.
He paid me to dress as an Ewok and propose to his girlfriend.
So, but if you proposed to his girlfriend, you then might have to marry his girlfriend.
No, he was on his behalf. I mean, himself and his girlfriend were huge Star Wars fans.
So you have got the costume at home just all the time?
Well, I was given one after working on
they
the
give you
film.
one? 'Cause
You ought to get that on eBay. Then you wouldn't have to jump out of trees and propose to people.
You're obviously a successful actor, you know, obviously been in Star Wars, and you must have been doing better than having to pick the little jobs like this up.
Yeah, but I mean...
He's here, isn't he?
There are sort of ups and downs in any actor's career.
I say it again, he's here, isn't he?
What was your line? What did you have to say?
Well, I hopped out of the tree and I went, yup, yup, which is Ewok language for yippee. And I said, on behalf of Neil, will you marry him? And thankfully she said yes. And then he came out from behind a bush.
I don't...
So the girl was in the park by herself. Hiding behind a bush. He's not with her that day.
No.
You jump out of a tree dressed as an Ewok, saying yup yup, and she stayed still and waited to hear the rest of the sentence.
No, Neil and I had organised it. She always went this way home from work.
So she was walking home from work as well. She was relaxing.
Yeah. Was it after dark?
No. It was in the summer.
Okay.
So you knew she'd passed that particular tree?
Yes.
What was her name?
Tracy.
That is a name.
That is a name.
So you just walk away, leaving the two lovers together, and you just go home and feel...
That's an image, isn't it?
Mission
Them
accomplished.
kissing and in the distance, a little Ewok walks away like that, with a little wave.
Mission accomplished.
Just as he goes over the horizon.
Yup.
My job here is done.
Yeah, it's like they... Yeah.
As he's giving out the leaflets for the local restaurant.
And did you get an invite to the wedding?
Yes, I did, yeah.
You did? Did you go?
No, I didn't go.
No.
There's no money in that.
And how did it come about? How did he get in touch with you? And
well, Neil came to a Star Wars convention that I was at.
Right.
And I knew him when I was a kid. I didn't really remember him, but then when he asked me, look, I'm going to propose to my girlfriend. She's a huge fan. You know, and offered me some money to do it. I mean, I still...
That's what friends are for.
And had there been a progression of, like, did he start with Han Solo and go, right, he doesn't want to do it?
All relationship starts with Han Solo.
OK, well, let's move on to Paul. Now, Neil is your neighbour.
Yeah.
And he owns a parrot.
Yes.
Why does the parrot need walking?
It needs to get out in the fresh air.
So you walk down the road just with the parrot in a cage?
Well, he's actually got...
It's not like great exercise for the parrot, that, is it?
No, it's to get the air. It's to get the air, and it keeps
Couldn't
them...
you just use a hairdryer?
What colour is the parrot?
Well, it's got a blue head and sort of bronzy wings.
Blue head, brown wings.
Yeah, a little dark
Sure,
down
it's
the
not
bottom.
a pigeon.
It's bright blue.
All right. I mean, you seem to me too busy to be doing that as well. What does your neighbour do for a job?
Poor Warwick, but he doesn't seem too busy to be doing jumping out of trees.
I think you'd take it into the garden, just let it get some fresh air.
No, it's actually the movement. He wants to see where,
Well,
you
you
know,
could
around.
walk round the garden, couldn't you?
He could do, but...
You know those washing lines on a pole that spin round? You could just attach it to that
And where would you go on this walk, Paul? Where?
We live in a village, and literally just up the lane, at the top, there's a little path which breaks out to the wheat fields, and literally, I don't go as far as I normally walk the dog, but about halfway up the field and back. He offered me to have this, it's like a haversack. It's weird. And it's got a connection, you can actually hold it on your back.
No way.
Yes.
In the cage?
In the cage.
Oh, I thought you meant without the cage, and I thought it could take off.
Now, what about Lee?
So, Lee, the wumble assault.
Yes.
Tell the story.
Well, there was a wumble. And
No, there wasn't. Wumbles don't exist. It's a lie.
It's not an actual wumble, it's a toy wumble. And the story is I went away on holiday when I was 16, and it was me and Neil and another friend of ours, John, and we went to a little caravan site in Blackpool, and I took the wumble with me, because I had this wumble since I was a little kid. And I don't know why, but I took it on holiday with me, and when I opened the suitcase, them two mercilessly took the mickey out of me, and I said, that old thing, I don't even know how it got in there. And to prove my manhood, I got a pair of scissors, cut its ears off, and then burnt it on the fire. And was devastated, but I tried to show my manhood by just not being bothered. I don't bother about that, so...
Did you cry later on?
I was crying as I did it inside, but on the outside laughing. It's a bit like this show.
I will say, Lee, to me, you have never seemed more human. How did your friends react when you sliced up the wumble with the scissors? Did they go, yeah, you're a great lad, or were they?
You and your boy talk.
I know. But, you know, yeah.
It was a pretty rough comprehensive you went to, wasn't it, David? Yes, they all said you are a great lad. Together, as they chanted and rang their bells at the same time. You are a great lad, a great lad. They danced around me and put up the maypole.
How did your friends react when they saw you? Did they sort of go, oh, yeah, that's great, ha, 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 he's one of the lads still? Or did they go, oh, my God, he's a maniac?
Right. They were only having a bit of fun going, actually, a wumble. They didn't expect me to go, no, it's not.
Yes, you burnt it.
I burnt his face against the fire in those.
Sorry, I'd forgotten that bit.
Yeah.
Priceless. I better burn its face so that I seem normal.
We need an answer, David. Is Neil Warwick's park proposer, Paul's parrot walking neighbour, or Lee's wumble witness?
Joan, what do you think?
Well, I think if I was a fan of Warwick and the show, I would think that would be quite a larky thing to do.
I genuinely hope it's not true about Lee, because I think that must have been a very upsetting thing.
Me too.
And then it must have been very upsetting when the point came you realise you have to use that terrible moment in your past on a TV comedy show.
David, it is series 7. I'm getting desperate.
I know.
By series 23, I'll be going, I had to see a child psychologist because Mummy left.
Go on the show with an eye patch on saying, I blinded myself in one eye before the show. Who knows? Will it be an eye or a wound? I think the parrot one is the least plausible for me.
I think Warwick's telling the truth. I think that's the closest to reality.
I hope it is.
I too think it's most likely to be Warwick that's telling the truth.
Do you think it's Warwick? Do you think it's the Ewok? It's the jumping out of the tree and the proposal?
That's what we're going with.
Right. Neil, would you please reveal your true identity?
Rob, my name's Neil, and I'm a friend of Lee's, and I witnessed the wumble assault.
I think I feel 1,000 years older.
Thank you very much, Neil. Thank you. So please welcome this week's special guest, Kevin. So, first of all, Christian, what is Kevin to you?
Well, this is Kevin, and he's the surgeon who performed the operation after I swallowed one of the pieces from the board game Operation.
Diane, could you explain how you know Kevin?
This was Kevin, but he is such a big EastEnders fan that last year he changed his name by deed poll to Albert Square.
Finally, Lee, your relationship with Kevin.
This is Kevin. He has worked as my bum double.
There we are. So, Christian's toy surgeon, Diane's real-life Albert Square, or Lee's cheeky friend? David's team, where do you want to start?
Well, yeah, what a barrage of plausibility. Christian, what piece from Operation was inside you?
It was the wishbone.
How old were you when you swallowed the wishbone?
About 23.
Why did you swallow it then?
Well, we were at medical school. And it was a sort of a dare. I have a friend who has, should we say he's got a tremor. I bet him, I said, you cannot remove all of the pieces from Operation without setting off the big red buzzy nose. And if you can, I will swallow a piece of your choice.
We've got a picture here just to show you. You had little metal pincers, and you had to get the little plastic pieces. There was the Adam's apple, the broken heart.
What's the scale of this?
It's
How long is...
It's about yay big.
So the wishbone thing, that's the thing...
Oh, it's small.
Small. Where did it get stuck?
It got stuck in my lower esophagus. And the next day, I had a sharp pain, and I coughed, and a little bit of blood sort of puked up a little bit. And
I'm
I thought
feeling
there
a
might be
bit
something
faint
wrong.
now. OK, a bit of blood. Nothing. It's not going to get worse, is it, than blood?
Well, yeah, it would if I'd left it.
So this blood was coming from your stomach?
It had just stuck in the side of the esophagus.
Yeah, but it must have... You don't just... It must have cut something, doesn't it? It didn't just... You don't just bring blood up with things being stuck, do you?
Oh, farewell.
Well, you have a sphincter at the lower end of your esophagus that stops food coming up into it. Yeah. And that sphincter had closed onto this spiky little bit of plastic, and that's exactly what happened.
So it's all right. So it's just like a shoe getting caught in a door.
And what sort of procedure was it to have it removed? Do they have to hack you open, pull the flesh back off, take a big hand, a big claw, blood is coming out like that, spurting over the face of the surgeon. There's blood everywhere. They're reaching and pulling out organs and intestines, and then a little creature comes looks right, and then they get the little piece. Or was it keyhole?
Was it just a small camera with a little grabber on the end that went down there and grabbed it and pulled it out?
OK, so do you want to move on to another suspect?
Yes. Diane. Kevin's name is now Albert Square.
Yeah.
How did you come to meet such a weird person?
He's a fan of the show. We see our fans a lot. Kevin waits outside... Sorry, Albert waits outside Elstree Studios for us to drive in and out, and we stop and we sign autographs.
And he has cufflinks on, I notice. Unusual, isn't it, for a fan to kind of hang outside the show? Well, no, somebody who stands outside of Elstree, I wouldn't imagine him to be kind of
perfectly decent, good people. What are you saying?
Well, he is dressed at the moment, I would say, more like...
He's not one of the
somebody has an office job, and those hours don't necessarily collude with filming times.
Very clever.
Does he look like a surgeon to you?
Could be a surgeon.
Yes. Can I just say, if we're talking about his looks, he's got a nice bum.
What did he say what he was hoping to achieve through changing his name?
This is the thing. I mean, there are people that absolutely love the show, and this is just something... I can't explain it for you.
You see, I would say the standard response to loving the show would be to watch the show.
Fans do weird things, though, don't they?
Right, so, Lee.
Yes?
In which of your glamorous film roles was a bum double required?
It wasn't a film role. It was in my situation comedy, Not Going Out. You may have heard of it. Don't clap. If he has to start it, it doesn't count.
What is wrong with your bottom?
There's nothing wrong with my bottom.
Why couldn't they use your bum?
I didn't want to get my bum out on national television. It's fair enough, isn't it?
Why should Kevin have to get his? Sorry, Albert have to get his out.
No, it's Kevin. If it's the bum, it's Kevin. Unless they're all true. A brilliant surgeon becomes obsessed with EastEnders.
What was the scene?
The character I played, she's very similar to me, actually.
Yeah.
Was in an adult movie, and at the end, I was hung upside down and whipped by a lady also playing someone in the adult movie industry.
Could Kevin turn round so we could see his bottom?
Yes, Kevin would. Would you turn around, please, Kevin, so we could see your bottom? Thank you. And would you like Lee to...
Could you, Lee, please stand up and turn
Lee,
around
would you
so we
come
can
and
see
stand?
your...
Of course, no problems at all.
Can you turn around and lift your jacket up?
This is like a really strange police lineup, isn't it?
Lee's bottom is about half a size bigger than
You
Kevin's.
what?
Has this episode gone out, Lee? Or is
I
it
don't know, but if the question that you asked about us getting up doesn't get in, they'll just think I'm having a wee break. You near a lot of your mates, all right, there, isn't it? The hand dryers are broken, by the way.
Are you satisfied? Kevin, you can turn back round now. Thank you very much. So what are you thinking?
I think he's called Albert Square.
Dear.
You think it's Christian, don't you?
I did think it was Christian. I'm between Christian and Lee.
But the bet is odd. I'll swallow one of these bits of plastic. I'm not sure I believe that.
Well, the thing is, there's no massive logical problem with any.
No.
Those are all stories
They're all
that
good
sort
stories,
of
yeah.
hold water, but also are unusual. How entertaining for the nation. It could be any of them. Could be any of them. I think when you don't know, you should pick the middle one. Lee.
So you're saying it's Lee?
Yeah.
OK. So, Kevin, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Kevin, and I did indeed play Lee's bottom double in Not Going Out.
Yes, Kevin was Lee's bum double, and, excitingly, we've got a picture. Look at that. That is...
You didn't mention the donkey.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Thanks a lot.
So please welcome this week's special guests, Robert and Will. So, Claire, what are Robert and Will to you?
This is Robert and Will. They do my garden, and to avoid the embarrassment of me ever getting them mixed up, I call them both Barry.
OK. Lee, how do you know Robert and Will?
This is Robert and Will. I once used them to convince an audience I could teleport people.
And finally, Miranda, your relationship with Robert and Will?
This is Robert and Will. I was a judge at the Identical Twins of the Year award, and they came third, but we had to disqualify them because it turns out they were two of triplets.
Wow. There we have it. So, Claire's green-fingered Barrys, Lee's teleporting twosome, or Miranda's cheating triplets. David, where'd you begin?
Explain the rationale behind the Identical Twins of the Year awards.
Well, I have to say, when I was asked to come along and judge, I was a little confused, but I think there's a sort of magazine or trade magazine, or it's part, or there was some...
A trade magazine? What's the trade?
Twins!
For the marketing of twins.
Twins.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've actually heard of the competition, yes. There is a competition to do with twins.
What do they have to do in the competition?
Well, there's the physical look-alike thing, like how much they look alike.
Okay. Right.
And then they also do kind of games like Mr. and Mrs. type games, so it's a personality thing as well.
How did they do? Did they win, or...?
No, they came third, but they were then disqualified.
What? Oh, because of the triplets thing?
Yeah. And we did see a third, but I didn't see it, but apparently there's a third one.
So the triplet turned up to this event?
Yes!
That's not exactly Moscow rules, is it?
The third one was picking them up to take them home. And was seen.
Claire, Robert and Will are your gardeners, and you call them both Barry. Isn't that a bit of sort of an affront to their individuality?
No, because the first time I did it, I said, would you like a cup of tea, Barry, love? And as soon as you put love on the end of it, they're fine with it. They just smiled and a cup of tea, and they were fine. And do you know, a lot of... when sound engineers work a lot on outside broadcasts, they all call each other Percy. They all call each other Purse, and so they call me Purse as well, and I call them Purse, and I call them Barry.
Yeah. Why?
Because they work with so many different people, they can't actually remember everyone's names.
Are you sure they're not trying to mug you?
Purse! Purse!
Those nails, they're very clean for gardeners, aren't they?
Well, I hope they've had a bath before they come tonight.
No, but they are pristine, beautiful, soft hands. I'm not coming on to you.
Richard, if you want to go and have a look, you can.
Thank you very much. I'd love to do that.
You're not allowed to touch, but you can look.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a look, Dale? Would you like to?
Not particularly.
Really?
Oh, go on then.
I'm now not as attracted to these hands as I once was. There's actually some dirt under the nails.
All right.
Don't touch, Dale. Just
Could you turn them over?
I feel I should have a look as well. Or it'll look unconscientious.
This here looks like it actually. That could be the remnants of soil.
They're not very big, so...
You know what your gardener's hands look like?
I don't know.
I'm like everyone else here, apparently. I don't have a gardener. I know you probably expect I'd have about 9.
What did you think of what you saw there, Richard? How did the hands rate for you?
That's actually really thrown me a little bit now, and I sort of slightly regret going over there, to be honest.
What did they look like?
Well, from this distance, they're beautiful, pristine, manicured hands, and actually close up, there's some dirt under the nails.
I hope to God these poor fellas are gardeners. They're not, by the way.
Lee.
Yeah. Now, you're going to bother going through this one, aren't you?
What was this particular show? You were trying to pretend to the audience that you were able to teleport people.
Correct.
Was it a stage show or TV show?
Was it a stage show or a TV show?
Oh, that's funny. Are you an interpreter of Dale?
I thought you'd said it. I'd missed it, so I was asking my team captain.
So what's your friend saying, David?
What was it, a stage show or a TV show?
OK, it was a stage show.
And where was it on?
It was on at the Hackney Empire.
And when was it on?
It was on in the mid-90s.
And what was it called?
It was a new act competition for new people, and I thought I'll do a magic trick because it'll impress everyone.
Yeah, make up for the comedy. What you say at the end? I'm sorry, everyone, but I can't teleport.
Talk me through the act. What did you do?
Good. Magic circle, love. Magic circle.
Right.
Can't tell you anything.
Okay, so what's the illusion we're supposed to be seeing?
So I'm not going to tell you how I did this a magic circle. You're not going to say how you made it look as if you could teleport.
Oh, no.
Oh, I see. You're very wise.
I'm not giving away my secrets on television.
So go on, Lee. What did you do? You're there on the stage. The audience are enwrapped.
So I come on and I bring someone out of the audience and then I put them in a box at one side of the stage, or in a cupboard, actually. I put them in a cupboard. And then I do a bit of the showbiz magic.
Yeah.
Said a few words, not remember now. Might have been Alakazam. And then do the side, and then I open up a box, and out comes the first person who's gone in. Out the other. Well, it looks like that.
Yeah.
But clearly he's already in the box. And he sits down, and the audience give me a big round of applause. So that's actually quite good. And he goes and sits down in the seat.
So you've done the teleport thing. Then what do you do?
Straight into the levitation. I'm not an idiot.
Actually, as a technique for a magic trick and trying to make it look as though someone's magicked across the room, it's actually quite clever using identical twins.
Do you still do it in the act, though?
Don't tell me, tell the judges that night.
Well, how did you do?
Awful. Came third. Turns out I was a triplet.
Right, we need an answer. So, David's team. Are Robert and Will Claire's green-fingered Barrys, Lee's teleporting twosome, or Miranda's cheating triplets?
What do you think, Dale?
I think it's Lee. I think he's telling the truth.
OK, Richard, what about you?
I don't believe Lee, and they had a bit of soil on their hands. I think they're gardeners.
David, what about you?
I don't think Lee did a random magic trick at the beginning of his tryout spot at the Hackney Empire in 1995. Maybe he did, but I don't believe it. So I think I agree with Richard. I think it's Claire.
You think it's Claire?
Yeah.
OK, here we go. Robert and Will, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Robert. I'm Will, and Lee tried to convince an audience that he could teleport.
Yes, Lee used Robert and Will to convince an audience he could teleport someone. Thank you very much, Robert and Will. Please welcome this week's special guest, Owen. So, Miranda Hart, what is Owen to you?
This is Owen, and he stopped me attending his yoga classes because I couldn't stop laughing.
Right. Lee.
This is Owen. He's a professional juggler, and he's teaching me to juggle.
Right. And Clive, how do you know Owen?
He is my builder, and in fact he was working on my roof once and fell through it while I was watching television.
My word,
Oh.
all right. David, where do you want to start?
Right, Clive, what was on TV?
What was on TV? I'm afraid to say it was Richard and Judy. And this wasn't really embarrassing. It was daytime telly. Owen I've known for quite a while. He's done a lot of building work for me, and he used to make fun of the fact that sometimes I was at home, and I would say, well, I explain I was working. And sometimes the television would be on, I have to explain, oh, well, I'm watching the television because I'm researching something.
So as he came through the ceiling, you shouted, "There's an item on Inwit Justice coming!"
What was he doing on your roof?
My roof is a nightmare. So I've had endless time with builders on the roof, including Owen. First it was his father.
And he fell through.
No.
And his father before him, and his father before him.
He was pulling up the lead or the zinc that forms the valley gutter and was standing on the slates, and unfortunately that created a hole, and his legs came through, and then eventually, of course, brought down the whole ceiling eventually.
OK, Lee.
Yes?
So you're looking to develop more showbiz skills?
Correct. What made you think juggling? My 4-year-old son went to a children's party and said, I saw a juggler today. I wish you could juggle, Daddy. Oh. And I looked into that little boy's eyes and I said, son... I said, son, if you want to see your old daddy juggling, you know. So, how many lessons have you had? Well, I look over at Rob and I see that he's got balls on his desk. And I would, thank you.
Not do that one.
Oh?
Oh, 4. Well, what about the 7 clubs? Why did I do that, Rob? 2 lessons.
Surely ought to get Owen to do the juggling.
Him? He's a builder. I've only had 2 lessons, so I'm just learning the basics at the moment.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I admit it, I'm only 22, there's no in the hand. He's not a very good teacher.
I mean, basically, we've learnt absolutely nothing from that, because if Lee did know how to juggle it, he would not now be juggling as well as he could.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
what about Miranda's claim?
Okay. What's so funny about yoga?
A couple joined our class, and they just got engaged, and they wanted to tone pre-wedding, and they were very earnest. And that's when it started going wrong, because they were what made me laugh a lot.
What was it that they did that was...
Well, the first thing was that when they did positions, they looked into each other's eyes quite earnestly, and I found that very funny.
Right.
And then another time, we were doing the sun salutations. I don't know if you're aware of yoga. And Owen said, "and into downward dog," which was always amusing anyway. And the woman did the biggest fart. I would have got myself together, I think, there. But the fiancé, he said very earnestly, "and there she blows."
OK, we need an answer. So David's team is Owen, Miranda's ex-yoga teacher, Lee's juggling coach, or Clive's tumbling tradesman?
I don't believe that Lee
No.
would just have juggling lessons just so he could look his son in the eye. I completely believe about Clive's roof.
Is there many male yoga teachers? That's the other one I'm going to throw there. It seems a little bit of like a girl's
It's like
job.
the first time you've ever been out of the north.
No, it does.
Is there such thing? It's because it sounds to me like homosexuals.
Do you know what? You always do this when I'm on the show. You're from the north.
I thought I was from the north till I met you.
OK, I do need an answer, chaps.
Well, shall we go with Clive, then?
I think so.
Yeah.
So, you think that it's Clive's roofer, Owen. Would you like to reveal your true identity?
I'm actually a professional juggler and I've been teaching Lee.
Fooled you, Mitchell! Look at these go! Look at these babies! There's the full shower, like that. There's the big finish. Look at that. What about the kids' side of things?
My kid genuinely went to a birthday party and came home and said, I saw a juggler, it was the best thing I've ever seen. I wish you could do juggling, Daddy.
Oh.
That's the kind of man I am, girls. So if anyone's up for it...
I have to say, when you hear things like that, it just adds to the mystery of why the social services took them away, doesn't it? Yes, Owen is teaching Lee to juggle. Thank you very much, Owen.